This is high school softball. High school softball is presented by Hatch Motor Company and Snowflake and Sholo. Simply the best in service and sales. On iTalk 1067 and Sholo TV channel 56. Produced by White Mountain Youth Productions in cooperation with Sholo TV and iTalk 1067 Radio. Also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Sunrise Park Resort, Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, and Subway. And now, Hatch Motor Company and Snowflake and Sholo presents high school softball.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Rose Mofford, home of the 2016 State Softball Tournament for all divisions here. And tonight we have the quarterfinals for Division III, featuring the Snowflake Lady Lobos and the Payson Lady Longhorns. Camden Smith, Mike Side with Brian Lang to bring you Hatch Motor Company's presentation of the 2016 State Softball Tournament. As we go now to our Excuse me, I don't have my drops up. This is exactly why you should be doing this, Brian. Our Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center injury report brought to you by Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center with a fully staffed emergency department, advanced diagnostic department, and outstanding orthopedics and physical therapy team. Summit Regional Medical Center has everything your athlete needs to get back into the game. And not a lot of injuries to report for either team. I know Snowflake's got a catcher who is coming off an injury, beginning of the injury. She's been battling an injury, a little bit of surgery for Shanae Stratton, and she's back in the lineup, or actually back catching, has been for a majority of the season, but will not be batting tonight. On the Payson Longhorns side of things, they've lost their ace pitcher early in the season. Arissa Paulson is on the bench tonight, will not play. Number 10, Arissa Paulson, the senior pitcher, has given way to her younger sister, the sophomore, Aubrey Paulson. And so Aubrey's done a great job. She's had a lot of experience coming into this contest. They play a lot of club ball, and she certainly had what it took to get past the Snowflake Lady Lobos the last time these two teams met up. That's your Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center injury report, brought to you by Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center. Time now for our Ace Hardware keys to the game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, now with a 24/7 locksmith. Next time you're locked out of your car, just need a key replaced any day of the night or any day of the week, you can contact the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. Their mobile unit will come to you. A helpful place with 3 locations in Pine Top, Overgard, and Sholo. And Brian, both of these two teams seeing each other, it's always tough to beat a team twice, and that's got to be in the back of the minds of this Payson Longhorn team.
Absolutely, and we talked about yesterday where you just brought up Aubrey Paulson. My keys for this game is going to come down to pitching. Aubrey comes in today with a 1.46 ERA and 190 strikeouts on the season. And to be matched, Tori Flake comes in for the Lobos at a 1.35 ERA and 156 strikeouts. So we're going to see which team bats can jump on these two dominant pitchers tonight.
Last time these two teams met up, we understand from our Payson scout, Brian Hayes, that Snowflake actually got back into the contest late in that one in the final inning, scoring 3 to make the score 8-6. They still lost the ball game, but made up 3 runs in the final inning, largely due to small ball and putting pressure on the Payson defense.
Yeah, the Lobos decided to play some small ball, putting the pressure, as you say, on the defense, and a couple throws got away, a couple mental mistakes, physical mistakes from the Longhorns, but the Longhorns were able to come back for that 8-6 lead and ultimately become section champs of our region.
Well, that's going to be definitely a key tonight. We'll see if Snowflake elects to go with small ball, given the fact that Aubrey has been so efficient throughout the season. That's our Ace Hardware keys to the game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware with a 24/7 locksmith. Next time you're locked out of your car, just need a key replaced any hour of the day or night of the day. Their mobile unit will come to you. That's the Ace Hardware with 3 locations in Pine Top, Sholo, and Keeper Overguard. We'll step away. We'll be back with the opening pitch when we return. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Sunrise Park Resort is now open every Friday to Monday through Labor Day weekend. Bring the family for a full day of fun and activities, including scenic cliff rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, tube slide, airbag jump, and more. Book your reservation at the Sunrise Hotel with beautiful views of the lake and mountain, or rent a boat at the Sunrise Lake Marina. And make sure you visit our general store for all your camping and fishing needs. For more information, please call 928-735-7669 or visit our website at sunriseskipark.com.
Hi folks, Gentry Hatch here. Let's face it, in today's world, there are a lot of tools out there to help you buy a car. An iPhone, Kelly Blue Book, the list goes on and on.com. At Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Show Low, we know that you can and will find the best deal for you. We will even help you find it if you don't happen to have a smartphone, which I believe everybody does. Remember, no hassle, no pressure, simply the best in service and sales. Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and in Show Low, and online all the time at hatchmotorco.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Welcome back to Rose Mofford. Both teams ready to go as we get set for the 2016 state quarterfinals, I should say. Winner of this will play tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. here at Rose Mofford. This game delayed due to rain and lightning earlier on, and it's been one of those nights that not everything has gone our way, but I'll tell you, it's a great night for softball. It's actually cool down here. Temperatures are cool. The winds died down. Perfect night for softball.
Beautiful, beautiful night. This definitely plays into the hands of both the Lobos and the Longhorns, as these ladies are used to the cooler weather, unlike the 98 degrees that was yesterday, and now all of a sudden it's in the 70s.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the offenses of both these two teams. You know, Tori Flake has been hot with the stick. especially coming off her game yesterday.
Yeah, Tori yesterday had led off the game on the third pitch of the game, hit a blast over the left field wall for a home run, came up in the, I believe, the third or fourth inning, had a 3-run homer as well. So she had two homers, 4 RBIs, I believe, yesterday. Raised her average up to 505 homers on the season. Not to be outdone, Maddie Butler blasts her 11th home run of the season yesterday, hitting 407. Bailey Standifer back up to 429 as she had a couple hits in yesterday's game. And for the Lady Longhorns, Becky Bauer hitting 461 in this leadoff spot. So she is the key to the Longhorns offense getting things started. Aubrey Paulson, we talked about her pitching. She's hitting 349. And Kaylee Smith in the 4 spot cleanup hitting 402 for the Lady Longhorns.
And that is the sophomore Kalia Smith. As you mentioned, Brian, this is going to be a good game, and we're ready to go as we get set.
And these teams are no strangers to each other as they play in the same section, and they're ready to go here in the state tournament.
Becky Bauer steps to the plate. The senior leads things off from the left side of the box. First pitch to her is a called strike. As we kick this game off, we remind you that Northland Pioneer College reminds you that when it's time to kick off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. That's Northland Pioneer College. The 0-1 misses outside ball.
Could the sound be turned down just a teeny tiny bit?
And some of the fans here at Rose Mofford not happy with the public address announcing, the volume of the public address announcer. They've come up to us, try to get us to turn it down.
It's just one of those things. They're looking, it's as loud as like it can be. So there's 4 fields here, 6 on the backside. So the people here have got to be able to hear what's going on.
There's a shot back up to Tori Flake. She fires to first and retires Bauer. 1-3 on the card as Becky Bauer hit one right back to Flake for the first out of the game.
It's a nice play by Flake. Last night she had similar hit to her up the middle, knocked it down and was unable to make the play as she was rushing it. It was good composure tonight with that first out.
Brings up Jewel Johnson. She'll take a look at a first pitch strike, the senior. In the 2 spot tonight, she's playing at first base as we set the defense for you. For Snowflake, Flake's in the circle behind the dish. It is Stratton. Pitch downstairs, misses to Johnson as we now welcome our radio team live on iTalk 106.7 FM. We say special thanks to our in-studio producer Royce Kincannon as this pitch just missed the black on the outside edge, and the count goes to 2-1. Around the horn at shortstop, it's Breckley Tanner. And playing third, Maddie Butler. At first, it's Kelsey Hensley. And at second, it's Hallie Bauer. In the outfield tonight, left field is Michaela Hall. Center field, Eiley Penrod. And out in right, it's Bailey Standifer for the Snowflake Lady Lobos.
As of now, looks like just the Lobos playing straight up here. Standifer a little shaded to the first base line in right field.
3-1 pitch, grounded to second and over to first in time. The second baseman for Snowflake doing a great job staying down on the ball. Hallie Bauer retires Johnson.
Yeah, nice play by Bauer, just staying square on that, not having to rush anything. As the ball was hit sharply at her, she knew she had plenty of time to make that play.
All right, Brian, here's your gal, Aubrey Paulson, the sophomore. In the 3 spot, top hitter in the Payson Longhorn lineup, squares to bunt, puts it down, and she just beats it out.
Good hustle there by Paulson as she lays down a beautiful bunt and uses her speed quickly getting out of the box from that left side to get that first base runner and first hit for the Longhorns.
Great looking shot there by our TV crew. As we see Paulson down at first base, the first base runner of the evening. First base hit of the evening is Kalia Smith to the plate for Snowflake. First pitch to her, strike.
Kalia comes in hitting that 402 on the season. So she's got power, she's got the average. She's looking to hit something in a gap here to score Paulson from first.
Blake gets a sign from Stratton. The wheel and the deal downstairs. Fake throw on the back pit had Paulson about to dive back to the bag, and then she figures out the throw's not there, stands up.
Yeah, Stratton is no stranger and not scared at all to snap throw that ball around to any bag during a game.
I think Paulson knows it too. 1-1 pitch. Down low. Paulson, big lead at first base, and Stratton, rightly so, concerned about her there. She's taken about a 4-step lead off the bag.
You see Stratton asking the umpire where that pitch missed, and it's obviously low, and she's just letting Flake know.
1-1 pitch downstairs, throw to first, and that was a tight play there at first base as Paulson elects to come in standing up and made it a little closer than it needed to be.
Again, great camera views from our kids here from Sholo High School helping us out tonight. We appreciate you guys.
2-2 pitch, swung out and missed, and they're out of the inning. They'll strand one. No hits, or excuse me, one hit, no errors. Nobody across. We go to the bottom of the first. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car, their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware of the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overguard, and Sholo.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN. 88 Glassman.
Welcome back to Rose Mofford, home of the 2016 state softball tournament, and Tori Flake signing 2 weeks ago at Glendale Community College. And Tori Flake is one of those players. We did not talk about Annalise Hayes at the top of the broadcast in our injury report, but she's another pitcher on this Payson squad and played a shortstop last year that hasn't been in due to a shoulder injury. She is going to be playing for Glendale Community College as well, and in fact, these two players played against each other on this very field 2 years ago. And so Tori Flake and Annalise Hayes, teammates now, or teammates after this season at Glendale Community College. Leadoff hitter Tori Flake.
Tori's got a hitter's count here, 2 balls and no strikes, now 3-0.
And she likes that as Paulson struggling a little bit to get in the zone. And we talked about this a little bit yesterday about how pitchers will try to pitch around some of the better hitters, trying to hit spots a little off the black. There's one that comes across for a strike. Little change up on the outside edge for the first strike.
Beautiful change up there by Paulson. Just in case Flake's given the green light, she's going to make sure she's off balance.
3-1 delivery. And another changeup, back-to-back changeups, and Flake is way out in front, and the count runs full.
That's just a good job. Pitcher probably a little over-anxious, throwing the fastballs today, getting the jitters out high, and she comes back with 2 nice changeups.
3-2, and she comes inside on the screwball and strikes her out and throws down to first base as the ball was dropped. As Tori Flake heads down to first on the drop third strike.
Nice pitch
She's
there.
Retired.
Absolutely, sorry, Camden. Nice pitch there by Paulson as she gets that rise ball and gets Flake to chase it high for the swinging third strike.
Breckley Tanner to the plate for Snowflake. Tanner steps into the left side, takes a big cut at the first pitch. First strike to her.
Yeah, Paulson's bringing it. She's throwing gas right now. She can get those jitters out of her system and start controlling and commanding the strike zone.
Paulson in the circle today for Payson. Taylor behind the dish. At short, it's Bauer, and at first base, it's Johnson. Third base is Smith, and second base is Hall. Defensively for the Payson Longhorns, and out in right, it's Rachel Spooner, and center field, Jasmine Lee, and in left, it's Becca Carr. Breckley Tanner, two balls in a strike.
Good eye there by Tanner. Taking that outside pitch for a ball.
Can't tell which of the lights down there on the deal is balls, which one strikes. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, swings at this one, and the 2-2 pitch delivered upstairs, and another batter succumbs to the high pitch as Breckley Tanner is retired.
So that's 2 strikeouts to add to Paulson's 190 on the season. So if their stats are correct in max preps, she's creeping up on that 200 mark.
Great look at Coach Yellowhair at first base there. And a bunt foul back to the screen, Michaela Hall.
Hall coming into this game hitting .455 on the season, hitting in that 3 spot for the Lady Lobos.
Eiley Penrod is on deck. There's a bunt down the first base line, and it just goes foul. And the first baseman maybe had an out there. I'm surprised she let that one go, but she does, and allows Hall to come back.
And now with the 2 strikes, Hall's got to be swinging. If she bunts another one foul, she will be out.
Jewel Johnson there at first base, just letting that one roll foul. This one way outside for a ball. So ball, 2 strikes to Michaela Hall. Paulson working from well in front of Hall here after a rough start to Tori Flake. Now she misses with the drop ball down low, and the count runs even 2-2.
Looks after those first 2 strikeouts. Coach Stratton's going to try to, well, in the first 2 pitches here, getting Hall to put the ball down on the ground with the bunt and put that pressure on the Longhorns.
Another drop ball, swing and a miss, gets away from the catcher and down to first. Races Michaela Hall. She's going to make it in time. And it'll be an error on the catcher, I believe, as that's going to go down E2 to put Hall aboard after the strikeout was there for Paulson.
So Paulson has one of the rare opportunities to get 4 strikeouts in an inning after she K's the first 3 batters. But as you say, Hall gets down to first base on that pass ball.
So that'll put Eiley Penrod to the plate. Pitch upstairs, she misses. Throw down to first, back in time into the tag as we get a great shot there by our crew from Show Low High School of Hall back in under the throw from the catcher, Taylor. This pitch is in on the handle. She hits it to third, and the third baseman boots it, and now there's 2 on. Eiley Penrod at first, Hall at second.
Yeah, Penrod got jammed on that one. Wasn't able to barrel that one up at all. Hit a little too hopper and looked like the third baseman for the Longhorns. She's got a little anxious, went to go throw the ball and forgot that she needed to have the ball first.
Up comes Maddie Butler.
Butler with those 11 home runs on the season. She's the big power hitter for the Lobos, hitting .407, hit her 11th home run last night in the state game down here at Rose Mofford.
Couple of ducks on the pond. And this pitch misses outside for ball 1.
Will be interesting to see how the Longhorns attack Butler, if they're going to try to stay outside or if they're going to let her come in. It looks like they're going to come in.
Swing and a miss. Maddie Butler.
Butler's got a little hitch in her swing here. She starts out low with her knees bent and then raises up. We'll see if the Longhorns will exploit that with the rise ball.
Misses another one, and there you see the rise ball coming upstairs, and she cannot get the hands on top. Ball 2 strikes to Butler, and this pitch misses way upstairs. So we need another rise ball from Paulson.
It's a good waste pitch there by Paulson. See if she can get Butler to chase that third strike.
1-2 delivery from Paulson, and a changeup way out in front. She struck her out. That'll retire the side as we go 2 stranded off no hits, nobody across, and we are scoreless as we head to the second. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Sunrise Park Resort is now open every Friday to Monday through Labor Day weekend. Bring the family for a full day of fun and activities, including scenic cliff rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, tube slide, airbag jump, and more. Book your reservation at the Sunrise Hotel with beautiful views of the lake and mountain, or rent a boat at the Sunrise Lake Marina. And make sure you visit our general store for all your camping and fishing needs. For more information, please call 928-735-7669 or visit our website at sunriseskipark.com.
Welcome back to Rose Mofford as we see a great looking shot there of Tori Flake in the circle today for the Snowflake Lady Lobos, or tonight we should say. We're scoreless going to the second inning, top of 2. And Spooner will step up, the senior, one of 3 seniors on this Payson Longhorn team. And a called strike outside, and that was pretty far off the dish. So Flake, the benefactor of a call there, I believe. The 0-1 pitch downstairs in the same location, and then Stratton threw the ball into center field. Fortunately, nobody on. Flake throwing around mid-50s, mid to upper 50s here in the contest.
Yeah, umpire so far on the few pitches we've seen that have been called, he's been consistent. We'll see if he stays consistent both ways.
1-1, and Flake lost the handle on that one. It goes in the dirt and back to the screen. Again, nobody on, so nobody hurt.
Now Flake's, we were talking over the break, Cam and I, about Paulson throwing and bringing the heat. That last one got away from Flake, but it was at 57 miles an hour.
2-1 pitch, swung on, chopped high. Flake gonna have to hurry, throws to first. It's there in time, but the first baseman drops it. Was Hensley there at first base, and she just couldn't quite pick that one up as Flake had to fire it quickly. And so we get Spooner aboard on an error.
Yeah, it looks like Hensley stretched a little early and the throw was low, and she was already out into her stretch and just couldn't make the adjustment to make that play.
Kylie O'Donnell, designated player, hitting for Becca Carr, who's playing in left for the Payson Longhorns as the flex today. First pitch to her is a strike. 0-1. Outside, snap throw to first, gets away from the first baseman, but there is the right fielder.
Bailey
Standifer does a good job backing that one up.
And then Michaela Hall does a nice job coming in from left field as Standifer's throw gets over the cutoff and rolls where the shortstop would be, but unfortunately for the Lobos, Hall's there from left field and keeps the runner for the Longhorns at first base.
See Stratton there talking things over with her crew, making sure that they get settled down here. A couple of errant throws, and those small miscues can be big deals at times. We got a runner at first. No outs, chopper towards first, gets over Hensley and into right field. Standifer picks it up, throws to first base, and we've got 2 aboard on the base hit by O'Donnell.
Yeah, O'Donnell just got on top of that pitch as she squared around the bunt, came back on the slash play and beat it right into the ground, and it bounced right over Kelsey Hensley's head there at first base for the single.
Next batter in the lineup here for the Payson Longhorns, Brindley Hall. Or Brindy Hall, I should say. She squares to bunt. Just under the bat, back to the screen, foul ball, strike one.
So I have two singles. Did you give Spooner a single on that one, or did you give that an error?
I gave it an error on first base.
All right, so we've got one single here, one hit in this inning with 2 runners on.
2 on, nobody out. Runners at first and second. It's Spooner at second and O'Donnell at first base. Pitch comes inside. Ball and a strike to Hall. And we thank our White Mountain Youth Productions and Sholo TV today. Kids from Sholo and, Sholo High School tonight. Their multimedia class. Drop ball misses downstairs. No, called strike, a delayed call by the umpire. And a 1-2 count to Hall. Our technical director tonight, Isaiah Miller. Audio, Isaiah Miller. Doing it both. I guess we had to write it twice. Graphics, Dominic Stem. Operators on camera are Ray De La Torre, Shane Bobian, and Jacob Shriver. A dribbler and nowhere to go. Flake threw it, but a great grab, backhand grab at third base for the Snowflake Lady Lobos by Butler to save that one from going into left and scoring a run. It'll be scored a base hit by Brindy Hall as they just hit a chopper, and they have just been getting little nibbles here and there, and now the bases are loaded, and out comes Noelle Stratton to calm her team down with the bases juiced.
Yeah, the Longhorns haven't really made solid contact yet, but they've been putting the ball in play, and as we talked about earlier, both these pitchers are pretty dominant, and it's going to come down to what defense can play when the ball is hit.
Big opportunity here for the Payson Longhorns. No outs, bases juiced. Jody Taylor to the plate.
You looking for some stats there, Cam?
I was trying to find her average.
I got this on my, let me bring that up for you.
First pitch to her, misses. Taylor on the season hitting .350 and 86 plate appearances. She's recorded 80 at-bats, driven in 13 off 20 hits.
You have her at 350?
250.
250?
Yep, 250.
So Taylor hitting in that 8 spot. Her job here, she's just looking to hit something up the middle of the field, middle of the infield to the outfield to try to get that run home from third base.
Fouls this one back to the screen.
That's a big cut by Taylor. She's looking for more than just a ground ball here. She was looking to hit a gap shot as the Lobos pretty square, pretty straight away with Standifer shading, believing that the Longhorns are going to be late on Flake. She's shading towards that first base foul line.
Taylor's got 2 home runs on the season, and as you mentioned, big cut at the 2-0 pitch. 2-1 shortens up, and she hits it up the middle. That's going to score 1. Now 2. It gets to the fence. Could score 3. Spooner scores. O'Donnell scores, and Brindy Hall will score for the Snowflake Lobos. For the Payson Longhorns.
That is a great piece of hitting there by Jody Taylor as they finally find the barrel on Flake, and she hits one past the diving Breckley Tanner. And with the center fielder shading a little bit to her left, ball rolls right to the fence and plates all 3 runners.
So a 3-run double for Jody Taylor. She helps her stats out in a big way, and the Longhorns lead 3-0. Still no outs. Runner at second. Foul back to the screen off the bat of Jasmine Lee. And Jasmine Lee on the season, a sophomore. Been hitting .286. She's got a home run to her name. She's had 8 hits on the season, 5 runs batted in, and this one fouled.
So Lee, the number 9 hitter, she's looking to just get on base and roll it back over to Becky Bauer waiting on deck, hitting that whopping .461 on the season.
Flake, the pitch in the deal, and the drop ball got her out in front. Stratton lost a handle on it. She'll have to throw down to first to retire Jasmine Lee, who runs on the drop third strike, but she's retired. K2-3 on the card, and that's going to bring up The top of the order again, Becky Bauer.
Runner on second here. Bauer looking to get something over to the right side and move that runner over.
Stratton with a quick throw to Flake. Trying to keep the runner, Becky Bauer, honest there. Or excuse me, the runner, Jody Taylor at second base honest. Bauer at the plate for the Longhorns. This pitch misses outside. And Flake hitting 60 on the gun with that pitch there. Arm starting to loosen up a little bit. 1-1 to Bauer. Bunt down the third base line, and she stepped out of the batter's box to get the bunt done, and she's going to be called out. Umpire saw it, called it right away, no question about it. Bauer retired for out number 2.
Yeah, you talk about no question here. We have,
well,
there was no.
Payson's got a question.
No, it looks like they're going to get a courtesy or a runner or a pinch runner here. He's not arguing the play. Not one question from a coach. So it looks like that they agreed or agreed with that call by the home plate umpire.
And there's
number 8 coming into the game for Taylor.
It's interesting they elect to courtesy run for Taylor at this point.
Well, with 2 outs, this gives Taylor the opportunity to come in, get her catcher's gear on, get a drink of water, and get ready to go for the next half inning on defense.
That makes sense.
Courtesy runner.
Lauren Murray.
For the catcher, number 8, Lauren Murray.
Will courtesy run for Jody Taylor at second base.
Now batting.
As we see a shot of her there.
Number 11, Joel
2 outs, runner at second. Longhorns working to try to get Paulson back around to bat here. Jewel Johnson at the plate. First pitch to her misses. For ball 1.
Johnson's first at bat, she had a ground out to second. Going the other way with an outside pitch. See what she does here.
1-0 here. Is low, and the count goes 2-0. I like what Stratton's doing every time she throws back to Flake. She fires it back like she's throwing to second base.
Yeah, the Lobos have had a play drawn up in the past where they throw one hard to the pitcher. She just gets out of the way and lets it go to the second base bag with the second baseman covering as a snap throw down to surprise a runner.
3-0. The count now to Johnson. So Flake in trouble here, down 3-0, and she comes out and just misses outside. That pitch was called a strike earlier, and the umpire electing to call that one a ball here as Flake struggling a little bit. A 4-pitch walk to Johnson.
Yeah, as you say, Cannon, that pitch is real close on that black.
Brings up Aubrey Paulson. Got the first base hit of the game, called strike on the outside edge there. Sometimes when your players are worrying about so many different things, you lose track of the most important thing, which is the hitter. Paulson hits this one foul, third base line.
Paulson in a hole here, 0-2, with runners on first and second as the Longhorns looking to add to their 3-run lead here in the second inning.
Reminder, you can watch tonight's contest at italk1067.com. Pitch upstairs, gets away from Stratton, and that's gonna move the runners up. Forces off as we get 2 runners in scoring position off the play. Lauren Murray moves to third, and up to second goes Jewel Johnson.
That's just a rise ball from Flake that catches Stratton off guard a little bit, unable to get her glove all the way up and get it quick enough up as that ball gets to the backstops. Now 2 runners in scoring position.
This pitch misses outside. Aubrey Paulson, after falling behind in the count, 0-2, now battles back to an even count, 2-2.
So deuce is wild here, Camden. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runners on here in the second.
Aubrey Paulson with an older sister playing for BYU on scholarship. Graduated from Payson High School not too long ago. Been about 3 years ago.
Yeah, her sister was good. I mean, real good. I think it's just the last name down there in Payson. Something about that last name in pitching.
3-2 pitch is sprayed foul left side, out of play. Yeah, the Paulsons do a lot of work. They travel around playing club ball. They get a lot of work in the leagues in California. So we get a great looking shot of the trail runner there, Johnson. And this pitch misses upstairs. And they load him up. Paulson at first. Second time this inning that the bases have been juiced. And now Kalia Smith at the plate, who struck out in her last at-bat.
Yeah, Kalia hitting .402 on the season with that strikeout. Looking to do some big damage here for the Longhorns.
There's the lead runner there, Lauren Murray. Pitch upstairs, Stratton a fake throw to first.
No place to put her. The base is loaded. You're going to have to come right at her.
Blake really struggling to find the zone here. And the 1-2 pitch, drop ball downstairs, misses. This pitch, a throw down by Stratton to third base. Lauren back in time. That's Lauren Murray back in time at third.
As we talked about, Stratton's not afraid to snap throw anywhere here. Just got to be careful if anything gets by that third baseman, then we're going to get another run in.
Longhorns with a 3-run advantage, and the 2-0 misses. No, called strike, sorry, 2-1 to Kalia Smith.
That's a good pitch by Flake, as that pitch is right on the inside corner, just below the belt for that called strike.
Flake doesn't like the pitch, shakes it off, now comes back inside, and foul ball.
Good hefty cut there by Kalia Smith.
2-2 count. About to hit around, Spooner on deck. She started this off, ground ball to second. They throw to first, and they get out of it. They'll strand three across, and it is the Payson Longhorns up 3-0. We go to the bottom of the second next. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide at iTalk1067.com.
Hi folks, Gentry Hatch here. Let's face it, in today's world, there are a lot of tools out there to help you buy a car. An iPhone, Kelly Blue Book, the list goes on and on.com. At Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Sholo, we know that you can and will find the best deal for you. We will even help you find it if you don't happen to have a smartphone, which I believe everybody does. Remember, no hassle, no pressure, simply the best in service and sales. Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and in Sholo, and online all the time at hatchmotorco.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Welcome back to Rose Mofford, the 2016 state quarterfinals, as the Snowflake Lady Lobos digging themselves a bit of a hole here, down 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the second.
Leading up for the Lobos, their designated player, number 8, Shaylee Hensley.
Leading things off is Hensley. First pitch change to her. 45 miles an hour comes in.
Good change up there by Paulson, and even better job by Hensley to be able to lay off that.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to lay off. Ball comes across and drops right at the plate. 1-0 pitch, misses outside for a ball.
And that one comes in at 55, so Paulson doing a good job between a fastball and a changeup, having a 10-mile-an-hour difference with the same arm speed and same arm angle.
2-0 delivery. Tries a drop ball outside, ball 3. Paulson has struggled just a little bit, and a big inning. She struggled early on with Tori Flake.
Definitely not what you want to have happen here after your team puts up 3 for you to walk this leadoff hitter. And she gets some help as Hensley swinging 3-0 here to lead off this inning, trailing by 3 runs.
Late on the pitch, and she fouls it off right side out of play. And Paulson against Tori Flake was 3-0 and then battled back to record the strikeout. Here's a change, and swinging out early. Did a good job. Hensley, good job staying back on that, but not quite far enough as that goes foul third base line.
No, it's that 3-0 pitch. In my opinion, she chased ball 4, getting the green light there, swinging that 3-0, and now Paulson's done a nice job, battle back to a full count.
Shaylee Hensley looking at the payoff pitch. It's in the dirt. She goes with a six pitch walk. Good at bat for her. Excuse me. Yeah, that's a 6-pitch walk. Yep. That's correct.
Now
Bailey Standiford.
Number 9, Bailey Standiford.
Next up for the Snowflake Lobos.
Bailey coming in, hitting .429 on the season, squares around the bunt.
Puts this one fouled on the first base line and out of just over the line. Bounced right on the chalk and then rolled foul.
Bailey's got some power. I want to say she's got 4 or 5 home runs on the season.
And the 0-1 misses downstairs, and moving up to second on the play is Hensley.
So Standiford lays off a pitch in the dirt. Now she's looking for something to drive with a runner in scoring position. She does have 4 home runs on the season to go with that .429 average.
Hitting .429. She's driven in 28 runs. She's looking at 1 at second right now, and this one misses upstairs.
Now they called her on she didn't hold up her swing. The umpire called her on the not being able to hold up. So that's going to be a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
Check swing, called a strike. Helping out Paulson here, as if she needed any help. The 1-2 pitch, across the middle, she can't catch up with it. Mid-50s on the gun, and Standiford retired by virtue of the strikeout for out number 1.
Yeah, good job by Paulson. If she can settle down, it's gonna. We talked about the Lobos playing small ball back in Payson earlier in the season. So if they can get that ball down, we'll see what happens.
Kelsey Henley to the plate, bunt, third base line. It is going to be foul. A lot of bunts going foul here today for Snowflake. Just not quite there yet.
Nah, the Lady Lobos, their bat angle's a little too far out in front as the right-handed hitter's trying to bunt it down the third base line. So if they can get that bat angle a little square, they'll be better off.
And this bunt hit twice on the bat, and it's going to be called a foul ball.
That is the correct call, as she was still in the batter's box when the ball bounced up off the ground and made contact again with her bat the second time.
So far, a well-called game by this officiating crew.
Yeah, they're running a 3-man rotation today here for the quarterfinals, unlike the normal 2.
1-2 pitch is a pop fly into shallow left field. Left fielder going to have to hustle. Nobody's going to get there. Shortstop slid underneath the left fielder. Not sure if the left fielder called off the shortstop or not, but no one gets there. And then moves Hensley up to third, and scooting into second is Kelsey Hensley.
Yeah, it looks like after the ball dropped, the left fielder fell asleep as Shaylee Hensley took off late for third, and she had a left fielder for Payson had a play at third, and she just looks like she just fell asleep a little bit and didn't make that throw for what I would have seen as an easy out.
Had a play at second too if they wanted it. Haley Bauer to the plate next here for the Lobos. She bunts right side. That's going to score a run. Oh, they had a play at the plate, and then the first baseman elects to go to the second baseman who was covering first. So Bauer's going to get a sack, bunt, and an RBI.
Yeah, it looks like the Longhorns just opted with the 3-0 lead or a 3-run lead to just get taken out and let the Lobos trim it to 2. And that's going to bring up the hot hitting Torrey Flake.
First pitch, strike to Flake.
Yeah, that pitch right down the middle from Paulson to jump out ahead of Flake.
Runner at third base is Kelsey Hensley. 2 outs. Change up to Flake and a called strike 2. Nope, missed. Where? Don't know where.
Not sure where that one missed. I think that one fooled the umpire as he's talking to the catcher. He might be telling her, you know what, I owe you one.
Maybe it floated. I think maybe it came in high. I don't know. Ball and a strike. And outside edge caught the edge for strike 2. 1-2 to Flake. Flake strikeout victim after she was ahead in the count, 3-0 in her first at-bat. Runner at third base, 2 outs, trailing by 2, and Flake strikes out for the second time this evening, and that'll end the inning. Snowflake gets one across, and it's a 2-run deficit for the Lobos, down 3-2, or excuse me, 3-1, I should say. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College.
ac.edu.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
They're hosting the Division III state tournament tonight as we have the number 4 ranked Snowflake Lobos taking on the number 5 ranked Payson Longhorns today. Longhorns jumped out to a 3-0 lead back in the second inning. And at the bottom of the second, the Lobos answered with 1 run of their own on 1 hit. So we're here in the top of the 5th. Longhorns leading, or top of the 3rd, I should say, with the Longhorns leading 3-1. And they're going to bring up right fielder Rachel Spooner as I welcome back Camden Smith as he had to go take some care of some technical issues. As that ball's chopped right back to Flake. She does a nice job with a nice easy throw to retire Spooner at first.
1 out in the inning. Kaylee O'Donnell will come up next for the Longhorns. We'll take a look at Kaylee O'Donnell here from our crew. There we go. O'Donnell up next for the Payson Longhorns. The Sholo TV crew doing an outstanding job here tonight, getting you the sights and sounds of tonight's contest here on iTalk1067.com. You can watch it live now or tape delayed later on demand at iTalk 1067. That's ITALK 1067.com. First pitch to O'Donnell, chop foul, and this one is a bouncer to first. Picking it up nicely there at first base is Hensley. She steps on the bag for out number 2.
Nice play by Hensley, taking a step to her right, pretty much just trying to body up just in case it took a bad hop. And she is able to make a nice play, getting that ball in her glove, waves off Flake and says, I'll take this one myself.
Brendy Hall next for the Payson Longhorns. And the first pitch to her is downstairs. Hall in her last at bat, a base hit, and then came in to score on that 3-run double by Taylor. Taylor on deck, by the way. 1-0 pitch, called strike.
Nice pitch by Tori Flake there, just painting that black of the outside corner for that called strike.
Both of these pitchers have a good drop ball. We're seeing lots of movement on the pitches tonight. Heavy air up here in Snowflake. There's another one down low though this time.
That one coming in at 58 miles an hour.
Did I say down here in Snowflake?
You did say down here in Snowflake.
It feels like snowflake weather. Down here in Phoenix, we've had a rainstorm and a lot of humidity, helping out the spin on the ball here just a little bit. This pitch misses down low.
That's a nice job here by Hall. She's got the 3-1 count, so she's looking for a pitch, one place so she can drive it.
31 is the count, and the swing and the miss to run it full. Nobody on, 2 outs.
Flake with that another drop ball there to get the count even or back to full.
So far tonight, Flake's been throwing a little harder than has Aubrey Paulson. Ground ball should be a routine play. It is. Scooped up there at second by Bauer over to Hensley. And it's 1-2-3 for the Payson Longhorns in the third. We go bottom of the third next. Snowflake trailing 3-1. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school softball. And iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car, their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware, the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overguard, and Sholo.
Welcome back as we get set to kick off the bottom of the third inning, brought to you by Northland Pioneer College. When it's time to kick off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona, Northland Pioneer College. Snowflake Lady Lobos will lead things off here with Breckley Tanner at the plate, number 2 hitter in the lineup. And she fouls this one back.
Breckley in her first at bat in the first inning struck out swinging. So we'll see if in this at bat she's already trying to just lay down the bunt and use her quick speed.
0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Don't forget to stick around to our Sunrise Park Resort post-game show, brought to you by the Sunrise Park Resort. Great zip line up there. You want to check it out at sunriseskipark.com. That's sunriseskipark.com. Swing and a miss at the 0-2. And one gone here as Tanner goes down swinging.
Now batting, left fielder.
Yeah, Tanner just can't catch up to that high heat from Paulson as she goes down swinging for the second time in this game for herself.
Michaela Hall at the plate now for Snowflake. And she gets one down somehow, got over the top of it, and the throw gets away from the first baseman. Third baseman charged on the play, throws over to first, a little errant, and Hall is aboard. Goes down E5 on the play, and that puts Hall at first base. At third tonight for the Longhorns, it's Kalia Smith.
Number 11.
And she just hung on to that ball a little long and threw it in the dirt. Riley Penrod up now for Snowflake. She bunts this one in the air, and it's a fair ball. No one covering third, and scooting over to third base is Hall. Penrod, meanwhile, turns it into a double.
First off, I'm not sure how Hall even bunted that ball in her at-bat as it was up in her chin. And then Penrod gets one down here, and Hall with the aggressive base running beats the left fielder to third base as she comes in charging in at third. Longhorns catcher thought that the left fielder was able to get the tag down on her foot, but the umpire says no, she is safe on the head first slide.
Swing and a miss. Strike one to Maddie Butler. And as you mentioned, that ball got up in the air, both the catcher and the third baseman trying to go for it, neither of them calling each other off, in a bit of a collision. Or they actually kind of held up to avoid the collision, and that's why the ball fell fair.
Well, the ball fell in, but it bounced off the third baseman of the Longhorns in fair territory, as it looked like it had some backspin. And right now, with Maddie Butler up, they've thrown 2 rise pitches, and she swung through and missed, and then changeup called
strike 3.
Nice changeup there by Paulson as she freezes Butler, painting that outside corner.
2 outs in the inning, runners at second and third. Snowflake with a big opportunity here, but the Longhorns trying to get out of it. They need an out here, and they need it desperately. They're up 3-1. Another bunt attempt here, foul back off the bat of Shaylee Hensley.
We talked about in our pregame show and our Ace Hardware keys to the game, defense with these pitchers both being pretty dominant and having a massive amount of strikeouts. Which defense is going to be able to buckle down? And right now, it's a bend but not break here for the Lady Longhorns.
Absolutely. Rise ball is fouled off. And Paulson's got one of the better rise balls in the conference. As we get a scoring update for you from Brian Hayes. It's Estrella Foothills up, tied with Poston Butte in the 4th, 1 apiece. And this pitch misses outside. The count, a ball and 2 strikes to Shaylee Hensley. Seneca and Nogales in the 4th. Seneca leading 5-2. And a foul ball left side as Hensley stays alive with a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, you talk about a couple of those teams on the other field, and Seneca, Poston Butte dropping down divisions this year. Unfortunately for some of our mountain teams to face in this tournament if they get there, because next year when they go back to the old ways, they're going to be up in Division 2, essentially.
Pitch upstairs to Hensley, count even 2-2. A lot of talk about Cibola this season, how they've been dominating teams, and that's a school with over 3,000 students. Foul back and out of play into one of the other fields here. Hensley stays alive with a 2-2 count.
Telling you right now, Camden, nothing against our mountain teams. Again, playing, you talk about Cibola, they're a Division 2 team as well. They are the real deal, as they have 2 dominant pitchers. They're legit.
3-2. Yeah, Cibola's a fun team to watch for sure. Payoff pitch from Paulson, foul back and out of play.
Hensley's with her 6 home runs on the season, trying to get something in play here just to put that pressure on the defense, with Standifer and her .429 average and 4 home runs waiting on deck, hoping to get a shot this inning with some runners on base.
Michaela Hall at third base, Penrod at second, Hensley at the plate with 2 outs. And a 3-2 pitch is just outside, and Paulson cannot believe it as she walks in a run, and I don't know where it missed either, but it counts as a ball here, and she'll walk in a run.
Not sure where that last pitch missed there on Hensley, but we'll give her credit for a good eye there, not laying off that outside pitch.
Yeah, I don't know how she laid off of it, to be honest. Base is juiced here. Hailey Penrod at third, and Shaylee Hensley at second base. And, excuse me, where am I at here?
0-2.
Hensley's actually at first, I should say. And a swing and a miss, and she struck out Staniford for the final out. Snowflake will strand 3, but they score 1, and it's a 3-2 ball game as we head to the 4th. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Sunrise Park Resort is now open every Friday to Monday through Labor Day weekend. Bring the family for a full day of fun and activities, including scenic cliff rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, tube slide, airbag jump, and more. Book your reservation at the Sunrise Hotel with beautiful views of the lake and mountain, or rent a boat at the Sunrise Lake Marina. And make sure you visit our general store for all your camping and fishing needs. For more information, please call 928-735-7669 or visit our website at sunriseskipark.com.
Welcome back. It's the Snowflake Lady Lobos down 3-1. I errantly had thought that they had walked in a run, but there was an open base at first for Hensley. So Payson gets out of the inning unscathed. They get bases loaded, a bases loaded strikeout by Paulson to end the inning as Bailey Staniford goes down. And the Snowflake Lady Lobos strand 3 in the 3rd, and they still trail here 3-1.
Yeah, Staniford was unable to lay off that rise pitch as she tried to hold up, but her bat head just went through the zone and she was called on the swing.
That's what happens when you start thinking about too many things during your broadcast. Jody Taylor to the plate for the Payson Longhorns here. 2 balls, no strikes to her.
Taylor with that big 3 RBI double back in the 2nd inning, looking to get this thing started as now she's in a big hitters count, 3-0.
Drop ball misses. As Tori Flake falling behind here to Taylor, now finds the strike zone, 3-1. Excuse me, Cibola and Nogales playing tonight. I should have known that. 5-2 in the 4th, Cibola over the Apaches of Nogales High School. No, 9-1. Pop fly here, and it's going to be caught by the shortstop for Snowflake, Tanner. As they get Taylor to pop up.
High pop up into the infield as Tanner kind of battles the little bit of a breeze that's up there, and she has to jump backwards to make that play.
Nogales and Cibola playing tonight in the quarterfinals. This one is a foul ball, chopped and hit, came back up into the armpit of our hitter, Jasmine Lee.
Yeah, Nogales coming in as a 24 seed into the state tournament, and that is a deceiving 24, as Nogales is a very good softball team.
Absolutely, we saw them absolutely demolish Sholo yesterday.
I believe Nogales has been in the semifinals, I believe 2 of the last 3 years, if I can remember correctly. And I believe Winslow beat them both times.
Sholo a pretty good ball club, and Nogales made them look like they didn't deserve to be here.
As Lee fouls that one off just a little out in front as she's down 0-2, trying to just stay alive and get a pitch that she can handle.
River Valley and Borgate Catholic also playing here tonight in the quarterfinals. Comebacker to Flake, she throws over to first, and there's 2 gone.
Nice play there by Flake. She gets a nice one hopper, makes the play, sets her feet up nice, and makes a good strong throw over to Hensley at first.
Becky Bauer, leadoff hitter for the Payson Longhorns, to the plate. Longhorns coming into the contest, the number 5 team in the state. Snowflake, the number 4 team. Chopper to third, gets under the third baseman's glove. She throws late, gets away from the first baseman, and now the Longhorn runner's going to lead, but she left late. Throw to second, and they got her. Oh, brother! Bauer was a little late on the turn at seeing that one get away. She took off late. The good throw that time by Hensley, and Bauer is retired. We go 3 up, 3 down in the fourth for the Payson Longhorns. Bottom of the fourth next. The Lobos trailing here 3-1. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide at iTalk1067.com.
Hi folks, Gentry Hatch here. Let's face it, in today's world, there are a lot of tools out there to help you buy a car. An iPhone, Kelley Blue Book, the list goes on and on.com. At Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Show Low, we know that you can and will find the best deal for you. We will even help you find it if you don't happen to have a smartphone, which I believe everybody does. Remember, no hassle, no pressure, simply the best in service and sales. Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and in Show Low, and online all the time at hatchmotorco.com.
Welcome back to the 2016 State Softball Tournament on iTalk 106.7 KNKI, Pine Top at Kopanicki Communications Station. Hatch Motor Company's presentation of the 2016 Softball Tournament. Snowflake leads things off here with Hensley at the plate. Kelsey Hensley. First pitch to her misses. The 1-0 pitch is bunted right back to Aubrey Paulson. She throws to first, and it's one gone.
That's a nice play by the Lady Longhorns as Paulson gets up, gets the ball, makes a good strong throw to the second baseman. They're covering first. The second baseman, Brindy Hall,
Now batting, please.
gets over and gets her foot on the bag.
Pitch upstairs, misses.
Holly Bauer stepping in. She had a sacrifice bunt with an RBI back in the second inning. Looking to get something started here for the Lobos.
Swing and a miss to Bauer. Ball and a strike. We mentioned 4 other games going on, all quarterfinal games here at Rose Mofford at the same time. Catalina Foothills, Post and Butte, River Valley and Borgate Catholic. This game here, of course, Payson Snowflake and Nogales Cibola. The 1-1 misses.
Again, not sure where that one missed. It must have been just below the kneecap for a ball, as the Payson crowd doesn't agree with it here at Rose Mofford.
See Coach Yellowhair stepping into the shot of Coach Stratton there talking to her batter. As Bauer waiting for the umpire now.
Yeah, umpire's writing in his scorecard that there's an offensive conference. You're only allowed one of those each half inning. So Lobos have now used their one for this half.
Pitch upstairs.
That good eye there by Bauer, laying off the rise balls. We've seen that the Lobos haven't been able to really lay off that pitch tonight, and Bauer does a nice job.
Lobos suspect to that pitch, and you're right. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Got her with the pitch outside. That would have been ball 4.
Yeah, just talking about that rise pitch, and Bauer chases the one that she just laid off and swings through it.
Excuse me, full count, I should have said. Foul back, she stays alive.
Good hearty swing there by Bauer. the Lobos can get on top of that rise ball and keep their hands on top of it, they're going to be able to drive it because they're right on it. They're just fouling it back or swinging through it.
It's a tough pitch for a youngster to learn to hit. Foul ball back. Actually, really at any level, it's a tough pitch to hit. I see a lot of college players that struggle with it.
I was just going to say, when I played college baseball at Scottsdale, I thought I was, a big shot, and I went over to the softball field, and those ladies made me look silly.
Payoff pitch again. Drop ball. Just misses, and they walk her.
It was a great changeup by Paulson, and even a better job by Bauer as she was out in front of that, but she was able to hold her hands back and not swing through it.
Good looking shot there. Coach Yellow Hair and Bauer at first base. One out. Bauer at first. Top of the order now for Snowflake. Tori Flake to the plate.
Flake had those big 2 home runs yesterday. She's looking just to put a ball in play and get something going here for the Lobos.
First pitch, a called strike to Flake. The 0-1. Bunted right back to Paulson. She throws, and Flake does her job, moving the runner up to second. Bauer moves to second. Sack bunt for Tori Flake.
So Flake with the sack bunt moves the runner in a scoring position. So now the Lobos still need a base hit, though, to score this run.
2 outs. Breckley Tanner to the plate. She struck out twice in the contest. As we see a look at Bauer there at second base, and now a look at Breckley Tanner, who steps in. And the first pitch to her is a pitch that falls outside, and looked like it may have been a screwball that tailed off like a screwball off to the outside as Tanner can't come up with it on the swing. And another pitch in that same location. She swings away and misses that one.
Yeah, both these pitchers tonight have had outstanding movement on their fastballs, and good screwball changeups. I mean, two of the two best pitchers in our division.
0-2 pitch, fouled back behind us.
Paulson throwing consistently in the mid-50s, as we've seen Flake right around there topping out. I've seen at the 58, 59 mark today on our unofficial gun we have.
0-2 pitch is swung on and fouled right side and out of play. Saw a play during the national anthem. A foul ball from another field came over and hit one of the fans on this side in the face. And looks like he's okay. I'm just checking back here. I think that's the guy right there. Got hit in the face with a foul. Well, got to be real careful in these fields. All 4 fields back to back here at Rose Mofford. Swing and a miss, and she struck her out. Lobos will strand one as we go to the 5th. 4 complete. Payson leads 3-1. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Welcome back to Rose Mofford. It's the 2016 state quarterfinals presented by Hatch Motor Company. Simply the best in service and sales. Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Show Low. Next time you're in the market for a quality pre-owned or a new vehicle, be sure to check it out at Hatch Motor Company, where simply they sell the best and they sell for less at Hatch Motor Company. You're going to love the deal you get there. Talk to Gentry Hatch at Hatch Motor Company, and he will hook you up with a great deal. Tell him Camden Smith sent you on the radio. Pitch missing inside here. As the Payson Longhorns, Jewel Johnson leading things off here in the 5th. Longhorns up 3-1. And a high fly ball, deep center field. That ball is gone. Wow. A solo shot. We'll take a look at this young lady, Jewel Johnson, coming around third to the adulation of her team right there.
Johnson with an absolute no-doubter as she catches that rise ball from Flake and puts it out to straightaway center. The minute it hit that bat, that was just a missile out of here.
I'll tell you, there's not much more exciting in softball or baseball than the well-hit home run.
Now batting the pitcher, number
Almost knew that one immediately after it left the bat. Jewel Johnson makes it 4-1 in favor of the Payson Longhorns. And now, top hitter in the lineup, Aubrey Paulson to the plate.
Yeah, Paulson comes in hitting 349 as she has a 1-for-1 with a single back in the first and then walked back in the second.
Johnson on the season, that is her first home run.
Yeah, the Longhorns didn't come in, from what I remember, I believe they had only 5 or 6 home runs on the season as a team. So they were just a base hitting, put the ball in play and put the pressure on the defense.
First pitch to Paulson was a ball, then left her bat out here for a strike on the attempted bunt. Don't forget, when it comes time to kick off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. It's Northland Pioneer College. Coming up, we'll have our Sunrise Park Resort postgame comments where we'll announce our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game, and also our Beeler Orthodontics Straight Line Play of the Game. That shot that time by Johnson in the running for our Beeler Orthodontics Straight Line Play or Straight Line Drive of the game. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile. Ball 2 strikes to Paulson.
Paulson does a good job laying off that pitch to come get back even, 2-2. After falling behind, it's a 0-2 to start this at bat.
I want to say hello to Chavez Jr., who's enjoying tonight's contest on italk1067.com.
Yeah, trying to work here, and I just keep getting my phone blown up.
Yep.
So we want to
text messages.
We want to say hi to Greg and everybody else up there in the White Mountains listening to this, Payson area as well. I want to thank everyone for tuning in, because this so far has lived up to the bill of being an outstanding ball game. 2-2
pitch is bunted, fair. And I think if I'm Stratton, I'm going to let that one roll a little more and see if it can take a hop out across the chalk. But Paulson's going to get a base hit out of it. Bunting for the base hit.
That's a Paulson now 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles.
Now batting, playing third base, number 14.
2 singles and a walk for Paulson. Not a bad day at the plate. Kalia Smith to the plate. She's 0 for 2. She's feeling like she's doing the cleanup spot. Struck out and grounded out back in the second inning. Snowflake's been a little tighter defensively. 1-2-3 in the third, go the Longhorns. 1-2-3 in the fourth, go the Longhorns. But now they've allowed a runner on in the name of Aubrey Paulson, who's got some wheels. A lot of times teams will pinch run for their pitcher, but not here.
No, you let Paulson run until maybe you get 2 outs. Let her speed work for you on the bases.
Kalia Smith fouls this one back.
Now Smith has taken 2 hefty cuts this at bat, swung through the first one and then fouled one off here. So if she can make any contact, she's not shying away from swinging that bat hard.
Ball 2 strikes. And a changeup Hit to short, or to second, throw to tag the runner in Payson and throw to first, and it's a little high, and Hensley can't hang on to it.
That's a great play there by Bauer at second as she feels the ball, was able to tag Payson on the way by, and then tried to turn the double play and just threw it high over Hensley's head there at first.
So Smith will get on the fielder's choice. 1 out, runner at first. And a 4-1 ball game. The Longhorns lead here. Swing and a miss at the first offering here by Tori Flake. Rachel Spooner down with the strike.
Spooner so far today 0 for 2 as she reached on an error in the second and then had a grounded out to Flake in the third.
Ground ball picked up there by the third baseman for Snowflake, Butler, and fires to second to get the lead runner. So 2 good plays for Snowflake, and now they've got 2 outs.
A nice play by Butler, sets her feet nice, gets a good strong throw over to Bauer, just making sure the 1 out as they're unable to turn it, but a good job not trying to rush anything to make sure they at least get the 1 out.
So Spooner aboard on the fielder's choice, and up to the plate comes Kylie O'Donnell, who is 1 of 2 today with the base hit, grounded out in the third, but came around to score on that 3-run double off the bat of Taylor back in the second inning. Payson Longhorns up 4-1 here with the runner at first base now and 2 outs. First pitch to O'Donnell, actually a couple pitches here. It's ball and a strike. Now inside with the screwball, misses.
That ball kind of bounces away there. Good backup by Breckley Tanner, staying awake to get the ball that's just doing whatever it wants out there on the infield.
Little things. 2-1 pitch. Change up. Fouled right side. O'Donnell evens the count out at 2-2. Don't forget our Sunrise Park Resort post-game comments tonight. Sunrise featuring one of the best zip lines in the state of Arizona. You can check it out at sunriseskipark.com. It's opening soon, sometime in the month of May. Check it out at sunriseskipark.com. That's sunriseskipark.com.
Lobos looking to get out of this inning with no further damage as we're in the top of the 5th and they're running out of at-bats here, now trailing by 3.
2-2 pitch to O'Donnell's downstairs and the count full. Here's the payoff, and it's outside, ball 4. Blake's going to put O'Donnell on. Moving Spooner up to second, O'Donnell at first, and brings up Brindy Hall. Brindy Hall, a sophomore on this Longhorn team. Hall 1 of 2 today, base hit, and a ground out for her.
Yeah, the Longhorns have a young team. I believe they only have 2 or 3 seniors in their lineup today.
Fake throw to first on the called strike to Brindy Hall.
So unfortunately for those 3A East teams, they're gonna have to deal with Payson for another 2 years and majority of this lineup for at least 1, if not 2.
Great changeup that time. Out in front of it is Hall. Yeah, Aubrey Paulson's going to be a force to reckon with in the coming years as she matures and picks up a little more speed on her pitch, a little more control. So tough for young pitchers to come into this situation. We see it a lot. River Valley just beat Bourgade 2-1. That from our Brian Hayes scoreboard.
Bourgade's a good program. That's a good win for River Valley.
And a swing and a miss, and Tori Flake gets out of the inning unscathed after giving up a leadoff home run. Payson goes up 4-1. We'll step away. Bottom of the fifth is next. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Hi folks, Gentry Hatch here. Let's face it, in today's world, there are a lot of tools out there to help you buy a car. An iPhone, Kelley Blue Book, the list goes on and on.com. At Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Show Low, we know that you can and will find the best deal for you. We will even help you find it if you don't happen to have a smartphone, which I believe everybody does. Remember, no hassle, no pressure, simply the best in service and sales. Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and in Show Low, and online all the time at hatchmotorco.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Welcome back. It's the Payson Lady Longhorns on top of the Snowflake Lady Lobos by a score of 4-1. Snowflake, as you mentioned, Brian, starting to run out of at-bats here as they go to the final 2 innings here.
Left field number 3, Michaela Hall.
And Hall leads things off, or I should say the final 3 innings here as Hall leads things off here in the bottom of the 5th for the Snowflake Lady Lobos.
Yeah, the Lobos being home team, they're going to get that extra at-bat, so they've got 3 at-bats now to Payson's 2.
Bunt right back to Paulson. She comes out of the circle, fields it, fires to first, and Hall is retired. 1-3 on the card. Snowflake, as you can tell, is trying that small ball that was successful for them in the late innings at Payson, but they've been bunting the ball right back to Paulson a lot of times they've been bunting it foul. So
yeah, you got to keep it away from the pitcher. Make the third baseman, first baseman make the play with the awkward throw. And they're bunting it right back to Paulson for the easy throw with the second baseman doing a nice job coming over to cover first base.
Well, and Paulson probably one of the best pitchers in the league at fielding her position as well. She's very quick and athletic. Comes out of that circle quickly to make those plays. And you know, you make it a much tougher throw if it's a third baseman who's having to charge from the distance of the bag, or the first baseman who has to turn and throw.
And we've seen a couple errors for the Payson Longhorns with the third baseman. I mean, not to pick on anybody, but she's had a couple throwing errors, 1 fielding error. So if you're the Lobos and you are gonna pick on somebody, that's who right. You're gonna go at right now to see if she has that shaky confidence.
That's a great shot there of Penrod down there at first base. She got hit there on the elbow. And looks like they're going to call in. Well, Coach Stratton's going to come in and take a look at it.
Yeah, it's just going to be a bruise. Getting hit there is always going to knot up. I'm not a doctor, but I've been hit there a few times. I've seen it hit playing and coaching that it's just knots up right there, and it will hurt, and it's going to stiffen up.
Yeah, we saw in that shot prior to that, Penrod kind of trying to shake it off, and she stood in there and took that shot, and she probably wishes that she'd have turned her back to it. Poston Butte and Estrella Foothills tied at 1 in the 6th. Cibola advances past Nogales with a decisive win, 11-1.
Now, we talked about Cibola earlier. Cibola being the real deal, getting to drop down and play in Division III. They are a solid team.
River Valley just beat Bourgade 2-1. And still in the 4th inning. No. Sorry, that's it right there. River Valley over Bourgade 2-1. Cibola advances past Nogala 11-1, and Poston Butte is tied in the 6th with Estrella Foothills 1-1. Of course, this Snowflake game, the furthest game behind right now, as it looks like they're going to keep Penrod in to run. Eiley Penrod okay there at first base. Nope, excuse me. They bring in Chandler Johnson.
So Chandler Johnson comes in to hit. We'll see if Penrod gets re-entered into the top of the 6th inning.
Number 12, Chandler Johnson down there at first base. Maddie Butler to the plate. First pitch to her is a strike. The 0-1 upstairs, can't lay off the rise ball, and just safe. Back with the throw to first base. The snap throw that time by the catcher, Jody Taylor, was on the button, and the third baseman gets the tag down, but Chandler Johnson just gets back in underneath it. Pitch upstairs, and you can bet that Johnson's going to stay a little closer to that bag after that throw down to first.
As Butler goes down with the hat trick today with her 3rd strikeout of the game, swinging, chasing that rise ball up above the letters again for the 2nd out of this bottom of the 5th inning.
2 outs, Shaylee Hensley to the plate for Snowflake. Pitch in the dirt. There goes the runner down to 2nd as it gets away from Taylor. So Chandler Johnson moves up to 2nd base, and Shaylee Hensley, designated player, will step back in, ahead in the count, 1-0. 1-0 pitch, swung on, fouled, out of play right side. Shaylee Hensley has drawn a walk in each of her plate appearances today.
Yeah, Hensley came around and scored in the 2nd inning for the lone run here for the Lobos.
1-1 pitch. Oh, a called strike on the outside edge. I got to tell you, it's anyone's guess on that outside edge today. I'm not sure where that zone is. I've seen him called a little further out than that, and I've seen that pitch not called before. Pitch downstairs. Count evens to 2-2.
Good eye there by Hensley as they set up way outside trying to get her to chase, and she does a good job laying off.
2-2 pitch. Runner at 2nd, 2 outs, swing and a miss, and he struck her out. Lobos will strand a runner at 2nd. They're down 4-1. We go to the 6th. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car? Their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware, the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overguard, and Show Low.
Welcome back. It is the Lady Lobos down 4-1 here in this state quarterfinal game presented by Hatch Motor Company on iTalk 106.7 FM and iTalk1067.com. Live from Rose Mofford in downtown Phoenix.
And that last inning, Eiley Penrod got hit with a pitch, and it looks like she's going to be staying on the bench with that right arm getting, or left arm getting hit. Chandler Johnson's going to stay in left field, and they're going to move Michaela Hall from left over to center. So big shoes here to fill for the sophomore in Johnson.
Jody Taylor at the plate for Payson. Ball and a strike to her as she fouls that one off. Tori Flake today has been a little hit and miss. We've seen her struggle at times in the circle.
As Taylor does a good job there laying off a rise ball to get a 2-ball, 1-strike count here. Flake getting her sign from Stratton. Here's her windup and the pitch. Ripped into center right in front of Hall as Taylor comes up with her second hit of the day. And that's going to lead off the Longhorns' 6th inning here with the leadoff single.
Nice piece of hitting that time. Well done. Payson Lady Longhorns have been on it today, and they've had some terrific timely hitting. One of those was from, well, 2 of those was from this Taylor girl.
Yeah, back in the 2nd inning, Taylor had the bases loaded double that plated all 3 for the early 3-0 lead, and then she gets this single here to lead off the 6th.
She's having a great night. Jasmine Lee to the plate. Ball and a strike to her.
Yeah, Taylor's done a solid job behind the dish as well with her pitcher Paulson, working this plate for her counterpart on the hill. As that ball is fouled off over the first base, or behind us, I should say, first base side. As Jasmine Lee staying alive here. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first here. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Longhorns leading by 3 over the Lobos as she lays off that pitch low and outside for ball 1. Jody Taylor on first with her 2nd hit of this game, leading off the 6th. Tori Flake on the hill gets her sign. Fastball, drop ball on the inside as Lee goes down swinging for that first out here in the top of the 6th inning.
Batting shortstop number 3.
That's going to bring up leadoff hitter shortstop Becky Bauer. Bauer 0 for 3 on the day.
Hard hit ball to third, throw to second, and the second baseman boots it. That'll move the runner up to third. That's Taylor moving up to third on the play. And so it'll go down as an E4 to allow Bauer on.
Yeah, Bauer hits a nice shot. Nice play by Maddie Butler. She makes a good throw. And Bauer for the Lobos is unable to catch it as Becky Bauer gets the fielder's choice and then reaches on the E4.
Called strike. Snap throw back to third.
Stolen base there at second as Bauer scampers in as the Lobos rotate over to third on the fake bunt, and nobody there to cover second base for the Lobos.
Got to tell you, the Nogales Apaches yesterday really put the challenge on the defense of the Cougars with their base running. Had a couple of delayed steals that caused them some trouble. Ground ball to second, throw to first in time, and they get the second out of the inning, but coming across to score is Becky Bauer on the play, and the Longhorns, oh, excuse me, that's Taylor who comes across to score. And Bauer moves up to third on the play, and the Longhorns lead it here 5-1, extending their lead over the Snowflake Lobos, who made up 3 runs in their last outing against each other. They made up 3 runs in the 7th. And fell 2 runs short. They lost that game 8-6, and so Snowflake really putting themselves in a hole here against a very stingy Payson Longhorn defense.
Yeah, that last batter, Jewel Johnson, does a nice job just putting the ball in play, hits it up the middle of the field with the ground ball to second for the easy score as the Lobos decide to just throw out the runner at first and give up the run for the out. So nice job there by Johnson doing her job, hitting the ball up the middle.
2 outs with the runner at third. Lady Longhorns lead 5-1. Paulson, chopper to short. Speedy, did she get it? She did. throw from short comes in just a fraction of a second late. Breckley Tanner did a good job of fielding that one, but the speedy Aubrey Paulson turns it into a base hit.
Yeah, that's just good hustle there by Paulson. Tanner came up clean, charging the ball, good hard throw, and Paulson just barely beats it out there for that infield single and an RBI to extend the Longhorn lead.
And Becky Bauer comes in to score on the play, and that's 2 across in this inning for the Payson Longhorns. They scored 3 in the second, 1 in the fifth, and now 2 here in the sixth. They lead it 6-1. 5-run advantage for the Longhorns. And Kalia Smith to the plate. First pitch called strike as Aubrey Paulson's a little far off for Noelle Stratton's liking. She fires and tries to back pick her at first. She's back in under the tag. Kalia Smith, no balls and a strike to her. Pitch falls down low for a ball. Smith playing third tonight for the Payson Longhorns. We see a great look at Paulson there. What a competitor she is and has been here tonight. She's had the Lady Lobos number tonight.
Smith, as you say, 0 for 3 on the day, looking to get on base here for the first time and get Spooner, who's waiting on deck, a shot in this inning.
1-1 pitch now, or excuse me, 2-1 pitch to Smith. A called strike, count evens to 2-2.
Smith takes a good hard swing at that one. Drop ball, she's just over top of it as she comes up empty to even up the count.
Two pitch, drop ball low, throw down to first, and they got the third out. Sorry, swing and a miss for the third out of the inning. They strike out Smith. And 2 runs across for the Longhorns here in the top of the 6th inning. They lead it 6-1. We'll step away. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Hi folks, Gentry Hatch here. Let's face it, in today's world, there are a lot of tools out there to help you buy a car. An iPhone, Kelly Blue Book, the list goes on and on.com. At Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Show Low, we know that you can and will find the best deal for you. We will even help you find it if you don't happen to have a smartphone, which I believe everybody does. Remember, no hassle, no pressure, simply the best in service and sales. Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and in Show Low, and online all the time at hatchmotorco.com. I'll
tell you what, Brian, our Sholo crew tonight has done an outstanding job bringing you the sights and sounds of tonight's contest at iTalk1067.com. Also available at Sholo TV channel 56. These games replayed on channel 56 Mondays and Fridays at 7 p.m. and on Saturdays at 1:30 as Snowflake leads this inning off with Bailey Standifer. Her first crack at it is fouled out of play.
Now, as you mentioned, these kids from Sholo, they have done an outstanding job bringing the great action this season for baseball and softball. We do appreciate everything that they do, and we appreciate the school letting them out of school yesterday to come down yesterday and then again today. So thank you, guys and gals. You guys are outstanding.
Got to thank Jerry Butler, executive director of this project, along with Mel West from Sholo TV channel 56, and just an outstanding production tonight as they've done a terrific job for us. Getting some excellent shots here. There's another great shot of Standifer. And a foul ball late on this one. They're going to go out of play again. Standifer starting to time Aubrey Paulson here. See if Paulson does something to change things up.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you want to throw a changeup here, as Sanford's been late a couple times. You throw a changeup here, it kind of speeds up the bat, so we'll see if that rise ball's coming.
The 0-1, she got her on it earlier, and this one she lays off, maybe thinking it was coming.
And it was there, and she did a great job laying off that one this time, as Stanifer 0 for 2, chasing those 2 rise balls for strikeouts her first 2 at-bats.
And the 1-2 is fouled, caught by the third baseman behind the bag at 3. And Kalia Smith makes up and atones for some of the errors she's made tonight with that out there. A tough grab as she had to go away, and that ball started to tail back in on her. She's able to catch it.
That's a great pitch by Paulson as the changeup comes there on a couple fastballs, gets Stanifer way out in front. She can't slow it down. And then the third baseman for the Longhorns does make that great outstanding play with Smith getting into foul territory to make the play over the back of her head.
Kelsey Hensley. First pitch to her, swing and a miss. And a called strike. Behind 0-2 to Hensley. Hensley a base hit and a ground out tonight. Snowflake needs some base runners.
Now Snowflake down to the last 4 outs now in this game.
Swing and a miss. Struck her out. Kelsey Hensley out number 2 in the inning. As Bauer comes to the plate next for the Snowflake Lobos. She is 0 for 1 with a walk tonight.
Bauer looking to get something started, try to get it over to the hot hitting Tori Flake, see if she can roll this batting order over to get the top of the order up here for the Lady Lobos.
Pitch upstairs to Bauer.
Called strike.
Called strike. Oh, I missed that. Letter high fastball. And the 0-1 outside. I like to do the umpire's job for him, Brian.
It is. If you haven't done it, it is difficult, especially this outside corner, as umpires are taught to get in between the catcher and the hitter. Sometimes that outside corner, you miss it.
Tough to see. High fly ball, foul territory, and Smith's not going to quite get to it. As Bauer draws new life, returning to the plate here, down 1-2 in the count. And there's been a couple of those balls early on where we've seen Payson struggle with balls that are kind of in no man's land, neither player calling her off, but that's typically the outfielder's job to call the third baseman off on that.
Yeah, and you're talking about umpires. This is a game as you get later in the tournament, you want to be an umpire. You don't want to dictate anything that happens in the game. And I think so far the 3 people out here wearing blue haven't done that. They've kind of let, the kids are determining this. They haven't had anything they're determining the outcome of this game.
Bauer underneath that pitch, fouls it to the screen, 1-2. Post and Butte down 2-1 as they go to the 7th to Catalina Foothills.
That's going to be interesting as Post and Butte comes in as the number 2 ranked team. So that could be a big upset for Catalina Foothills to advance, and that just shows you that Foothills could also be the real deal.
Absolutely. Swing and a miss. She struck her out on the changeup. 1, 2, 3 go the Snowflake Lobos in the 6th. We go to the 7th next. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Give me the score one more time. Welcome back. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of the 2016 state playoffs on iTalk 106.7, KNKI, Pine Top, a Kopenicky communication station. And a chopper back to Flake. She throws to first, and they get the first out of the inning here in the 7th. The Payson Longhorns leading things off with Rachel Spooner here. And she's retired, 1-3.
Yeah, the Lobos want to get out of this inning, still only down the 4 as they, or down 5, I should say, with a shot here with only the 3 outs remaining.
Kylie O'Donnell to the plate. First pitch called strike to her. She got a base hit, came around to score in the 2nd. And got on in the 5th. I don't have how she got on, but we get the 2nd out of the inning here.
As O'Donnell walked back in the 5th for that other one, so she's 1 for 3 on the day.
Grounds out here, and there's 2 up, 2 down now for the Payson Longhorns in the 7th. Brindy Hall, sophomore, to the plate now for the Longhorns. First pitch to her, swing and a miss.
So the winner of this game will get Cibola tomorrow. Talk about running through the gauntlet there. That's gonna, for either of these teams, getting to Cibola tomorrow will be a tough task.
Yeah, talk about a gift. Pitch outside.
Congratulations, you win your tough battle here between conference foes, and you've got to go play Cibola, the number 1 ranked team in the state.
Yeah, so excited. Ball and a strike, and this one is across for strike 2. Maybe the quickest inning here tonight, if Flake can get Hall out here. 2 outs, nobody on. Payson Lady Longhorns lead it 6-1 over the Snowflake Lady Lobos. For this pitch, the 1-2 misses downstairs, 2-2. Two-two delivery, caught the outside edge for a called strike 3, and Tori Flake gets her fastest inning of the night in the 7th. 1, 2, 3 in the 7th go the Longhorns. We go to the bottom of the 7th next, as the Payson Lady Longhorns are 3 outs away of retiring Snowflake in this contest. They lead it 6-1. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Hi folks, Gentry Hatch here. Let's face it, in today's world, there are a lot of tools out there to help you buy a car. An iPhone, Kelly Blue Book, the list goes on and on.com. At Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Show Low, we know that you can and will find the best deal for you. We will even help you find it if you don't happen to have a smartphone, which I believe everybody does. Remember, no hassle, no pressure, simply the best in service and sales. Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and in Show Low, and online all the time at hatchmotorco.com.
Snowflake Lady Lobos down to their final 3 outs here, trailing 6-1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. And this gal here is going to feel like she's due here in the 7th. She's 0 for 3 tonight. Or excuse me, got a sack on her last at bat, struck out twice.
Yeah, if you're the Lady Lobos, this is right where you want to be, trailing by 5. I mean, not that that's where you want to be, but if you're going to be trailing, you want to have the top of your order up. And that's what's just where they're at, top of the order here in the top or bottom of the 7th inning.
Tori Flake started this game off with a 3-0 count, ends up striking out to Paulson after going ahead 3-0 back in the 1st inning. This time she fouls one back, takes a look at one outside, and the count even at a ball and a strike. You mentioned Flake at the top of the broadcast, Brian, having a terrific night last night. 6 RBIs in that one. And she'll get a base hit here as it caroms off of the foot of Kalia Smith.
It's another
at third base.
That's another error there on Smith for the Longhorns.
You're giving her an error? Come on, Brian.
I am. It went right off her glove, right through her legs. You're the official book. You can.
I wanted Flake to have a base hit, but
I'm okay with that.
She's
benefit of the doubt. She did hit it hard.
You're right. It's an error. E5 on the card. Flake at first base. I think that's all that the Lobos care about now is getting base runners. Line drive into right. Flake get around second base. Headed for third. They're going to wave her in. No, they hold her up at third base. Now they send her in. She scores a triple. Breckley Tanner scores or gets an RBI as she scores Tori Flake. Flake coming all the way around from first base on the play. The relay comes in slow from center field, and Breckley Tanner with an RBI triple.
Lobos had their 2 speedsters running around the bases as that error on the Longhorns comes back to hurt them as Breckley Tanner hits an absolute seed into the right center gap. And on her horse was Flake as she comes around, and right behind her as Tanner's trying to catch her, goes scampering into third for that RBI triple.
And the Payson Lady Longhorns talking it over. They bring the entire team in as their head coach has words with them saying, hey, don't forget what these guys did to us at our place. We just scraped away with a victory 8-6 the last time we were up, or the last time we met each other. And we don't want a repeat of that. Let's get this game done.
So that's going to bring up the 3-hitter for the Lobos, and that's, like I said, it's right where you want to be, top of the order. You're here at the top of the order for a reason. This is what you get paid the big bucks for.
6-2, 4-run deficit for the Snowflake Lobos, and Michaela Hall to the plate. Foul off the attempted bunt there by Hall. So we got a great shot of Hall here by our Sholo students of Sholo High School. Ball misses high to Hall. Another thing that happens to young pitchers when you get in stressful situations, you start to tense up, and that's real dangerous to a pitcher. But Paulson comes back and fires.
Hall helps her out there, chasing a high outside pitch, swinging through it. That would have been ball 2. Instead, it's now strike 2.
So we go to a 1-2 count here, and the 1-2 pitch from Paulson. Outside, ball 2.
Tries the same pitch there, and Hall wisely lays off that one to even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2 pitch from Paulson is outside, ball 3, and a full count now to Hall.
As right now the Longhorn defense playing straight away. They'll trade out and out for a run here as they are up 5 or 4.
Payoff pitch misses inside, runners at the corners. No outs. Riley Penrod. Chandler Johnson. Penrod still out after she got hit by a pitch back in the 5th. As Chandler Johnson comes in to bat in her place. Been playing in her place, I should say. She substituted after that inning.
Johnson
in that inning.
Johnson, the sophomore here.
Delayed steal, in comes the run from third. Tanner scores. Ball gets away from the catcher, and scooting up to third is Michaela Hall. Oh, brother.
Well, Lobos just putting the pressure on the defense here for the Longhorns. As Michaela Hall goes on the delayed steal, they snap throw down to first, and on the throw, Breckley Tanner comes scampering in home as the throw then goes to the backstop, and Hall gets all the way around the third base. As you can hear, the Lobo faithful that made the trip down are getting rowdy as the Lobos are threatening here in the seventh.
Well, I'll tell you, Snowflake has found a way to come from behind in the last two games that they have played in this tournament, and trying to get some of those last inning heroics here as they've got two across and cut the lead down to 3 runs, 6-3. Runner at third base, no outs. Swing and a miss, Chandler Johnson.
Johnson, as I mentioned, a sophomore, getting her first experience here in the state tournament. See how the nerves battle for her. Unfortunately, she's up at a big spot here.
Ball 2 strikes, lays off that outside pitch that's been a tough one for me to call. I don't know about you, Brian, but I haven't figured out where it's at.
Nah, it's been hit and miss a little bit. I mean, it's
1-2 pitch and a called strike. Little low, Chandler says, but she's caught looking at strike number 3. So the sophomore learns a lesson in a tough spot. Maddie Butler to the plate now for Snowflake. 1 out, runner at third. The tying run's on deck, swing and a miss.
Butler comes in with those 11 home runs, hit one yesterday, and she's the way her swing is, it's an all or nothing. She's looking to cut this lead into by 2 here with a 2-run homer.
Rice ball up high, she lays off. Ball and a strike to Butler.
Yeah, you talked about that last pitch and a strikeout to Johnson. It was right at the knees on a drop ball, and umpire felt that it crossed at the knees.
1-1 pitch, called strike.
Great pitch there by Paulson as she paints that outside corner. And even from our angle, we can see that one is a strike as it's right over that outside corner.
1-2 pitch from Paulson is outside, ball 2, 2-2.
Paulson trying to get Butler there to chase there, and Butler says, I'm not going to have any of that. I'm not chasing that ball. So she lays off to even up the count at 2s.
Michaela Hall at third base. 1 out, 2-2 pitch, a slap foul, and just getting out of the way is the on-deck hitter who represents the tie and run, Shaylee Hensley.
Yeah, that's an outside pitch that Butler gets out and around and pulls it. If she can go the other way with it on an outside pitch, this thing can go a long, long ways.
2-2 pitch, catcher Taylor setting up outside, and she catches the outside edge, and Butler goes down without a swing. 2 in a row for Paulson. 2 outs, runner at first, and 6-3 is our score.
Another great pitch by Paulson as she freezes Butler as she's painting that outside corner for that called third strike.
Shaylee Hensley to the plate. First pitch to her is upstairs. Now the tying run on deck for Snowflake in the name of Bailey Stanifer. And Shaylee Hensley, who's had 2 walks and a strikeout tonight, will face the 1-0 pitch, and it is a called strike in a beautiful spot. Starts her up high and away, then comes low and inside. And that one a little bit over the meat of the plate.
Yeah, that looked right down the middle, and Hensley doesn't pull the trigger on it.
0-1 pitch, misses outside. Two and 1 to Hensley. 2-1 delivery. Called strike, and Hensley's looking for free transportation, I'm afraid. And Aubrey Paulson is not going to oblige.
Oh, that's another one that's right there. It catches the fat part of the middle of the plate, and Hensley doesn't pull the trigger on that one. So we're going to get either a rise ball here or an outside corner.
2-2 pitch is fouled back. Just catches the handle and stays alive. Runner at third, 2 outs. Lobos down by 3 runs, 6-3. Our final inning.
Paulson's found that outside corner. She's figured out this umpire's zone. I wouldn't be surprised if another one goes out there on this pitch right here.
Longhorns down to their final out, 2-2 pitch. Way outside, she swings at it, and that is strike 3. So after some fireworks in the 7th, the Lobos are retired. 6-3, the final score. The Payson Longhorns over the Snowflake Lady Lobos. We'll step away. Our Sunrise Park Resort post-game comments. Our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game. Our Beeler Orthodontics straight line drive of the game. And our 1-888 Glass Man, brought to you by Deemer's Glass, is coming up next here on Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Hi folks, Gentry Hatch here. Let's face it, in today's world, there are a lot of tools out there to help you buy a car. An iPhone, Kelley Blue Book, the list goes on and on.com. At Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Show Low, we know that you can and will find the best deal for you. We will even help you find it if you don't happen to have a smartphone, which I believe everybody does. Remember, no hassle, no pressure, simply the best in service and sales. Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and in Show Low, and online all the time at hatchmotorco.com.
Sunrise Park Resort is now open every Friday to Monday through Labor Day weekend. Bring the family for a full day of fun and activities, including scenic cliff rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, tube slide, airbag jump, and more. Book your reservation at the Sunrise Hotel with beautiful views of the lake and mountain, or rent a boat at the Sunrise Lake Marina. And make sure you visit our general store for all your camping and fishing needs. For more information, please call 928-735-7669 or visit our website at sunriseskipark.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, lit to smile, love your smile.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car, their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware, the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overguard, and Show Low.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome back to Phoenix, Arizona. Rose Mofford, home of the 2016 state playoffs. Here on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com. We say thanks to our entire crew here as we head now to our Sunrise Park Resort post-game comments. Sunrise Park Resort, don't forget, great chance to get out and enjoy the summer activities. We've got downhill mountain biking, scenic lift rides, and excellent chance to try out one of the best, in fact, the best zip line in the state of Arizona. It'll be available out at Sunrise Park Resort coming up this summer. Coming up later this month, in fact, go to sunriseskipark.com for details at sunriseskipark.com. As we remind you that tonight's contest is brought to you in part by Deemer's Glass. Need glass for your home or business? Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call. Quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass. Call 1-888-GLASSMAN. That's Deemer's Glass with the best glass in the business. And time now for a Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game, brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. Best selection of hiking, hunting, fishing, camping gear on the mountain. You'll find it at the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, south of Pinetop on Highway 260. That's the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. And as always, there's a lot of players to talk about, but Brian, there's one standout.
Oh, there's one and only one, and that's Aubrey Paulson. Paulson at the plate today goes 3 for 3 with an RBI, and that's a pretty good day. I mean, for anybody in this game, that's a pretty good day. But she says, you know what, I can do more than just hit. She comes back, and she had literally struck out every single Lobo in the lineup today and accumulated 17 strikeouts
there she is right
on
there
the day.
on the screen.
I mean, outstanding job working the plate inside, outside, up, down, mixing up speeds. I mean, in mid-50s and then dropping in a changeup 10 miles an hour slower at 45 and gets 17 strikeouts on the day to
17 Ks.
17 Ks.
Wow.
I mean, impressive.
Great night. Aubrey Paulson, our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game. And there we get a great wave from Aubrey Paulson, the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game. Congratulations to her. Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, best selection of hiking, hunting, camping, and fishing gear. You'll find it out at the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store south of Pine Top on Highway 260. That's just before you get to the Honda Resort and Casino, our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game. Time now for our Deemers Glass play of the game, brought to you by Deemers Glass in Lakeside. Hands down the best place to call for quality glass at affordable prices. It's Deemers Glass. Call 1-888-GLASSMAN, Deemers Glass. And play of the game, there's a lot of great plays tonight.
There's a lot, and Aubrey probably deserves everything tonight, but we're going to share the love. I'm going to give the play of the game, or the straight line play of the game, to Jewel Johnson, as she hit an absolute no doubt home run, solo homer back in the 5th, and the minute she hit it, I mean, you and I both, I mean, we just knew it was gone, and it was an absolute missile out of here to left center field. So congratulations to Jewel Johnson for that play, that hit of the game, play of the game.
That's our Deemers Glass play of the game, brought to you by Deemers Glass. Next time you need glass, be sure to contact Deemers Glass in Lakeside. Hands down the best place to call for quality glass at affordable prices. Deemers Glass at 1-888-GLASSMAN. 1-888-GLASSMAN, Deemers Glass. And time now for our for our Beeler Orthodontics straight line drive of the game, brought to you by Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile. Beeler Orthodontics. And our line drive of the game, straight line drive of the game, is going to go to none other than Breckley Tanner there at the end of the game, where she had that triple to the fence, and it was a shot on a rope just over the second baseman's glove and into the gap between right and center, and to drive in a run and give us some hope, us Lobo fans, a little bit of hope there. She later comes in to score that second run and to cut that deficit to 3. So that's our Beeler Orthodontics straight line drive of the game, brought to you by Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile. Well, Brian, that's about all there is. You got anything else?
No, man, this has been a good time. Congratulations to the Lady Lobos on a fantastic season. Good luck tomorrow to the Longhorns as they get the mountain of a task with the #1 seed in Cibola. But if Paulson can get on her game and they can scratch out a couple runs, you never know with Paulson on the hill.
We see Tori Flake with the emotion starting to flow. It's a tough way to go out here, but I'll tell you, she played with a lot of heart this season, and been a competitor for 4 years here with Snowflake, and she's going to be a tough player to replace here. We want to say thank you to the entire crew. Back in the studio, our producer in studio is Royce Kincannon. Our executive producers tonight, Mel West and Jerry Butler. Terrific job to them and the entire crew from Show Low High School. We want to say thank you to Isaiah Miller, who did everything but take the trash out. We'll work on that later. But our technical director, Isaiah Miller, our graphics, Dominic Stem, our camera operators, Ray De La Torre, Shane Bobian, and Jacob Shriver. These kids made the trip home last night and then turned around and came back up here tonight to do this game. And so we say thank you to them and the entire crew. We say thank you to Show Low High School. And don't forget, you can watch tonight's contest again on Monday and Friday at 7 o'clock and Saturdays at 1:30 We'll replay these games on Sholo TV, channel 56. And as always, you can watch it on demand at italk1067.com. That's italk1067.com. Thanks to Subway, Eat Fresh at Subway, and our entire list of sponsors: Ace Hardware in Pinetop, Heber, and Sholo, Sunrise Park Resort, Northland Pioneer College, Summit Regional Medical Center, Beeler Orthodontics, Deemer's Glass, the Indian Pine Restaurant out at the Honda Resort and Casino, Octopus Car Wash, and of course Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Sholo, where simply they sell the best. They've got the best in service and sales at Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Sholo. Well, for the entire crew and for Brian Lang, I'm Camden Smith. As that wraps up our high school softball and baseball season, we invite you back for Little League starting up here in the next week, right here on italk1067.com. Until then, so long, everybody.